Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with my series entitled Blues Solos with Comping. First, I will perform Blues Solo with Comping in the key of C number 4, and then I'll break it down for you. Here we go. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, here we go. Blues Solo with Comping in the key of C number 4. We have a 12-bar blues that I've divided into 3 4-bar phrases. Within each 4-bar phrase, we'll go back and forth from lead guitar to rhythm guitar accompaniment, otherwise known as comping. We will primarily be using 2 scales in this example. The first scale is the C blues scale located at the 8th fret. Remember that the blues scale is the same as the minor pentatonic with the addition of the blue note. The fingering looks like this. We will also be using the C major pentatonic around the 8th fret. The scale looks like this. We may have a couple of other little musical tricks in store, but let's go ahead and break down phrase number 1. So we're going to start out with a hammer-on lick that uses the major pentatonic scale, and I'll be hammering on from the 8th fret to the 10th fret on the B string. And then now I'm throwing in the F here. That's part of the minor pentatonic, and then I go into this. And that was mostly just up the major pentatonic scale. And then I'll come to my comping. Now, the comping is based on an abbreviated C7. So here, against the C7, or as part of the C7, we have a flat 7, a 3, and we have the 5. And we'll be hammering on from underneath the major third, from the minor third. So you hear a little bit of that minor third in the comping, and that makes it sound bluesy. Then I'll go to a very quick F triad here. And it's not like we're really switching to an F chord. This is sort of like an embellishment around the C7th harmony. So we'll be going. And then into the next lick, which uses the interval of a third. In this case, it's a combination of major and minor thirds. And if you're not sure what thirds are, or the interval of a third is, you need to check out some of my fingerboard geometry videos. Now, these thirds all work with the C7th chord. They're all in what's termed as a C7 scale. That's a little beyond the scope of this video, so let's just go ahead and learn the lick fingering. We're going to go up to the 12th and 13th fret and start out with this third, and then move it down a whole step. And then here's our next third shape, chromatically down. And then into the comping. Let's put the whole phrase together. Here's phrase 2. So the first lick integrates both the major and minor pentatonic scales. Notice how I end this on a note in the minor pentatonic scale, and the note is E flat. Now this is important because I'm leading up to and resolving on an F7th chord, and this is the flatted 7 of our F7. So I'm ending here on a chord tone. That helps to outline the change. And then I go to the first fret and use the same comping pattern that I did for C at the first fret. So this is for F7. So I'm hammering on there, and then I go to a quick B flat chord. This is just for embellishment, and back to my abbreviated F7. Again, that was flat 7, 3, and 5. Then I return back to the 8th fret-ish area to play a primarily minor pentatonic lick. But it's ending on a major third. Now, that's because at this point I've returned to my C7th chord, and this is a chord tone. Again, my phrase led in and ended on this chord tone of C7, and then I'll go to the C7 comping. So let's put the whole thing together. Here's the last phrase. So the first lick, we're starting off with a bend in the minor pentatonic, coming down the scale, and then using the blue note to approach the G. Now that's important because we're headed to a G7th chord, so we're using this G to mark the change to the G7th chord. And to color the harmony a little bit for the G7, we're going to be playing a G9th. So we're using an abbreviated form here, just the top 3 strings at the 10th fret. And now we're walking it down chromatically to imply the move to the 4 chord, F7 or F9. And then we'll be to our next lick, which is so. Notice how that's all minor pentatonic except for the last note. Again, the last note is the major third of our target chord, which is C7. So we're ending on that chord tone. And then we'll return to that abbreviated C7th. And then we're kind of implying like an A flat 9 to G9 here with abbreviated chords. Top 3 strings only, so 11th fret, 10th fret. And then our last chord is going to be a C13. So we have flatted 7th, major 3rd, 13th or 6th, and then the root on the top. Let's put that last phrase together. That's it for Blues Solo with Comping in the key of C number 4. I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon.